Yeah, okay.
Oh no, that was the first thing they heard was.
Oh, that's great.
United States of whatever.
Oh no, that was the
Perfect intro.
Was that a joke or are we live?
No, we're live.
We are live. There's a little bit of crossfeed from the fact that I hadn't muted Twitch, but
Okay.
which at least goes to prove that people weren't hearing what we were saying over the last 10 minutes, which was chatting shit, basically.
I thought I was doing really nice singing.
No, you're mostly doing
friends.
Palpatine impressions.
That's true.
Welcome to our stream.
Welcome to our stream.
Yeah, that's what
Another
we like to
great
call a cold
intro.
open. Chris is there updating the Dungeons and Designs logo. I think that's going to get like more and more awesome as each episode comes out and Chris messes around with it for the first 10 minutes.
There's going to come a point, I reckon, around about episode 20 where it's been overworked and it starts to deteriorate again. It becomes too busy. And, I think that would really be our downfall.
You should save each one separately so that you have like a time lapse.
Oh, that's a good idea. It's too late,
That'd be cool. It's not too late. It's just like so early.
So, for those of you that aren't aware, this is Dungeons and Designs, the only show where these three specific people design a dungeon.
Oh, wait, no, I'm on camera.
Oh, yeah. So, are you live?
Yes. Where we three design a dungeon for your viewing pleasure. The dungeons will be available on DriveThruRPG for free. And so last week, I don't know if you have it up, but we created...
I do not, no.
Fair enough. We created the Wind Reaper, or we finished off creating the Wind Reaper, a dungeon where you delve into a shipwreck, face off against a blue drake or dragon, and there's spooky skeletons, electrified anchors. It is great. We'll put up details of how to download that hopefully this week. So, what are we designing this week, guys? Just for reference, we don't really talk outside of this show about what we're going to design. This is off the cuff and actually like us just coming up with ideas.
It's actually quite difficult, like in the half hour before when we're doing setup, to not be like, hey guys, I had this idea. I want to do like an ice cave. So yeah, my idea was an ice cave.
That's cool. We had a couple of things in the suggestion box as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So someone put that we should do a greenhouse full of evil gardeners, which I quite like. That sounds fun. And I think another one that said just a whimsy dungeon.
Oh,
Whimsy.
Whimsy.
The
Puns as
fate.
part of mechanics.
Okay.
Which would be your favourite, Chris, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Punny man. So, did you any fresh ideas for the ideas vaults before we?
I like the idea of ice cave.
I do too.
I'm
I think that's
surprised
cool.
the Bone Hotel isn't there.
Hmm.
Bone Hotel's in the ideas vault.
Okay.
We've got quite a lot in the ideas vault. I was just reading what was in the suggestions box.
Just the cream off the top.
Yeah.
Do we? I guess it's probably way too early in the stream to expect anyone to be watching. But if anyone is watching, maybe if your username were Apricot Droop Fruit or Commander Root, Electric Longboard or Positivity Bot, you might want to, throw in some ideas.
Yeah, Positivity Bot. Let's.
Film Nerd David says he's watching.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Film Nerd David.
Unalaka is shouting Bone Hotel at us.
Oh, good. I think we've got to drip feed the Bone Hotel. It's gonna be episode 60 when the whole of Twitch is chanting Bone Hotel, Bone Hotel, Bone Hotel.
Or at like a Metallica gig, everyone's so tired, but they just want one more song.
Yeah,
they're like, we'll jump around in a sweaty pile.
Um, so what other ideas have we got?
Well, so I brought Ice Cave to the table. So I was thinking you guys either come up with your own ideas or pull your favorite idea from the idea vault that you want to champion.
Would you like me to read out the idea vault for you, Jack?
um,
Go on, bust open the idea vault.
well, I was going to add in my my dripping.
Yes.
I thought it'd be cool to do a dungeon that is essentially a rooftop chase, or rather, sort of a rooftop area. So, like,
Cool.
it's an urban environment, just like what is on the roofs, and maybe a marketplace and stuff like that. Sort of, basically, to get Chris to draw a really densely packed,
Yeah.
environment. No, and sort of, yeah, an idea of. Basically, the adventurers have just climbed up onto a roof and are running away from some guards or something. You can whip this adventure out and be like,
Oh, I like that.
bam.
The one that one I really liked from when we were first doing ideas was when you said the zoo one, Jack. That was that really tickled the
Evil zoo, yeah.
evil zoo. Just think
hi.
that's fun.
Hi, Lancors. Good to have you here.
Oh, it's Lance. Hello, Lance.
Hello.
This is a known person. Hello, known
Yeah.
person. Oh. Yeah, if you have any ideas.
My welcome will be less disingenuous now. Hello.
This is how I greet all of my friends. Ice Cave, Evil Zoo. Let's dive into the ideas vault and see if we've got any cool things in there.
So we had mineshaft. We had the barrow. We had a bank vault. We had the volcano lair. And we had worm tunnels. So there was quite a few of random ideas.
Okay.
Wormholes.
Wormholes.
Yeah, I didn't want to risk spelling tunnels wrong live on the internet.
I'm sorry, lads. But yeah. So yeah, that's fair enough.
So I would love to draw something like real short and try and get like a whole thing done in one session.
Ooh,
Um,
challenge.
That is a challenge.
yeah, I thought let's challenge ourselves. So for that reason, I would maybe don't want to use the word veto, but maybe I would,
Oh, it can certainly dive in.
I mean,
dive
it's a
into
vault.
the vault.
You can put things back. You can take them
yeah,
out. You know.
that's true. He can go back in the vault.
They'll gain interest over time whilst they're in, and there the metaphor ends.
Okay, so I think mine, barrow, wormholes, and ice cave are like small.
Yes.
I'd hate to do a 5-room zoo, you know?
We did read the suggestion box. There was also the greenhouse.
Yeah, I like the greenhouse.
I really like
Okay.
the greenhouse. I don't think that would have to be very big either. So that could also be.
No, I'm into greenhouse. Should we just go greenhouse? We're all saying the word greenhouse.
We have said the
like
word greenhouse several times. With the mine, just for the ideas vault, I really like the idea of basically some reason that it's gonna get filled with water.
Okay.
But we did just do an adventure that had tides as part of it, so I'd kind of I'd want to leave a few before we came back to that that idea.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, but we've said greenhouse quite a few times, and I think that's a wrap.
Question 1, as always, who built the greenhouse?
So who builds greenhouses?
Well,
Victorians?
yeah.
Witches.
Could be a witch's greenhouse.
People who want like fancy plants or particular plants, maybe herbal people need a greenhouse for things.
It could be like a Darwin-esque olden times nerd who's
a nerd could build it.
Oh yeah, there's old what do you call them, terrariums, the sort of bell jar things.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's
There's-
like
there's some of those.
kind of that shape, right? Is this the? I'm imagining one of these old Victorian bad boys with the like, and they're full of tropical birds.
Oh, so the ones I was talking about
Butterflies.
is so there's these sort of bell jar. They're completely glass. They're about sort of 2 foot high, and they contain ferns and stuff. But there's some of those that are like 70 years old. There's still a full sort of ecosystem in there, and no water, no nutrients have gone in or out of that system, just light.
Right.
And they're still sort of alive and functioning.
Okay.
So that's a cool fact that we may or may not do anything with. But the idea that the Victorians were super into ferns, loved ferns. Don't know why. Ferns and beetles were their 2 favourite things.
Right. Well, I think that gives us a vibe because I'm in Victoria. I love their like the botanical garden shit they build. I think that's that's too cool. And it always looks haunted, even new. So I'm into that.
Also, I think Lance just made a people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones joke, and I do want to work that in.
Okay. Captain Vines and trying not to throw stones around. Yeah.
Una Leka says she likes Victorian nerdy witches as a people who had this place before.
Yeah. So what if like there's a book Victorian witchcraft wizards called Mr. Strange and something else, and they're like Victorian gentleman wizards,
Right.
or witches. So that also ties into the whole thing.
So
that's cool.
there's also the common sort of dungeon thing of it was created by sort of science Victorian fellows, but it's inhabited now.
But it does turn to evil.
Evil. Oh, there is also. It's not quite Victorian. I think it's 20s or 30s. But there's the what do you call it? Mr. Aubrey Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
Which is a classic sort of. That's the same similar vibe that the oldie plant thang.
Wow.
What do they do? They're like.
Like the piranha plants. And now
Yeah.
it's got eyes.
Why wouldn't he have eyes? Okay, so a greenhouse. I'm just going to do my usual hot tip for artists.
Yeah.
Never try and draw something straight from your brain.
Just Google greenhouse.
Yeah, I think I need to understand better what a Victorian greenhouse is like, because you guys seem to have like a concept of this that I just don't. So I'm gonna give myself some little research.
Well, they used to be made out of like these like the big ones were these sort of iron monstrosities.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's one in Woollerton that's like that. That makes sense.
I went to one in Leeds. There were thousands of dead butterflies just like lying around because their power had gone out for one day, and on that one day it had gotten so cold all the butterflies.
Oh, that's horrible.
We were just walking around crunching across a carpet of butterflies, like, oh, this is the worst way to clear out.
Filmer David suggests Kew Gardens as
Kew Gardens.
a good like.
Okay.
I have never seen Kew Gardens written. I assumed it was the letter, but learn something new every day.
The spelling of Kew Gardens.
And Baron von Arke sort of has a third mispronunciation or misspelling of Q.
Like a pool cue.
No, as in a line. The British Q.
I see. Okay, so.
Okay, yeah, this looks amazing. I'm excited.
How many floors? Just one floor? Like open plan but with different areas?
Yeah, I think so.
I think one floor. But quite a lot of verticality in that one floor.
Yeah.
I think you're going to do it top down, but like the idea that you've got this sort of arboretum, huge trees hanging over, ready to do their bastardry.
Yeah. No, I like that.
Okay, so got a big old rectangle.
Sterling work.
Okay, so who's using this greenhouse now then? So we've kind of
Yeah.
decided it would be
So
Victorian witches started out.
a Victorian witch built a greenhouse.
Yes.
Did
Another
she
one.
die in the greenhouse? Is she in there now? Like the plants ate her?
So
Or
we could take inspiration from a Mitchell and Webb sketch, where there's a tribe like of savages living within the greenhouse. Maybe not savages, but tribal sort of warriors and such living in a. I think it's in a garden centre, but the idea is there. So you have like they've learned to sort of survive in this environment.
Cool.
That might not quite fit with the size that we want to go with.
We've just crammed ourselves in this little greenhouse.
There's also Death World, which is a Harry something book, where essentially it's a world where all of the life is like psychic, and therefore like communicates with all the other life on the planet. And so whenever anyone lands on it, like it sees it as a hostile entity and tries to kill them. But,
okay.
Oh, sorry. I like Una Lecker's idea of like you could have fairy savages, because if they're tiny, this could be a huge area for them.
Okay, right. So someone's built a greenhouse, but if you're building a fantasy greenhouse, right, the inside of the greenhouse should be Feywilds.
Okay.
So that like that's how you cultivate all the magic stuff, right? You put all the plants. That's where the good plants are. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that like because then if it went crazy, then that way you have like little pixie gardeners or whatever. I'm just trying to work out a layout for this whole greenhouse.
I'm just trying to keep notes of everything we're saying.
So would it be like the glass of the greenhouse, like light that passes through it, is infused with magic or something, so that the stuff inside the greenhouse is growing weird and magic? I don't know if there's some fun you can do with light.
Magic light. Man, I'm really.
It says Harry Harrison. I don't get the reference, but
yeah, I don't either.
One of you might.
I mean, Harryhausen.
Harry Harrison.
Harryhausen.
I'm just the messenger. You know? Oh, right. The writer of Death World. I see.
You're being schooled, Jack.
I am. Sounds like a time traveler who's become his own father. Harry Harrison.
That's not how fatherhood works. My son will have my last name. His son will have his first name.
Okay, so we've got this greenhouse. Maybe some fairy savages. We need to have the classic, like the plant life is going to eat you, right? There's
of course
tangy ivy.
You want players to be rewarded for fearing the plants.
Right? We should have a plant that has like a gemstone coming out of it, and then if you grab the gemstone, you fall into the bell of a Venus flytrap, like the classic. Flies can't get out of it. Because I've always found like the bitey ones are the famous ones, you know, the piranha plant style Venus flytrap. But the bell trap ones I find much scarier. The idea of just like as a fly, they're literally just kinda too slippy to get out of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like especially as a creature that can fly, just being trapped and not able to like get out.
Okay. So a kind of pit,
horrible.
Like kind of pit trap big enough to drop a person in. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool idea.
Deathworld's kind of fun. It's very pulpy and very. I think it's 80s, but guy has a he has a holster that fires his gun into his hand, so that basically if you're too slow on the draw, you'll die on the Death World. So you need
Right.
So he basically, just by extending his hand, like his holster will fire the gun into his hand. But,
why wouldn't you just have a gun that fires when you extend, like, pew pew, done?
well, out from your hip.
Just in your sleeve constantly, or don't put your gun away.
That's true.
Tape it to your cider hands.
All right. So you've cut this into sort of 4 quarters, or
Yeah, I was looking at the layout of a Victorian garden, and it had these paths going across the centre, which I thought were pretty
yeah.
cool.
Sort of gravelly.
Yeah, so I did that basically. Then I realised that most of these greenhouses are kind of like one big old room,
Yep.
and I don't like that. So what I was thinking was pods.
Pods.
Like if we did, let's copy this. Like
Oh yeah, pods.
like mini greenhouses that are connected by pathways or something.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
almost like a lunar station, sort of.
Yeah. I think we could keep it like feeling very Victorian though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at those pictures of them, they're all like lots of domes and stuff. So I think that works. Oh, I see. Cool. Okay, right. So, what have we got so far? They're made by Victorian witches. We like the idea. Obviously, it's going to be very planty. It's going to be lots of fierce plant action.
Yeah.
Jack mentioned maybe psychic plants. We're thinking something about either Feywilds or magic light kind of being something that influences this place. How are we feeling about?
Yeah, I like the idea of basically, in the same way that a greenhouse simulates the environment of a more tropical climate, so that you can grow plants that aren't indigenous to the area. The same would be true for a magical climate. Like,
yeah.
So you are mimicking the Feywilds.
Yeah.
And because you're mimicking the Feywilds, Fey shit starts happening.
Yes. Okay, I like that a lot. Magic. And
we can flavour it slightly less, because I think Feywilds is fairly specific to sort of Dungeons and Dragons. But
yeah.
I was thinking the suggestion of not being able to throw stones or anything, like in the running a greenhouse setup, it should be like every time you throw something and miss, a window smashes and more plants come in. Or like okay, I don't throw stones in the, because it's one of those traps that's like people will do it, but they have common wisdom that they shouldn't throw things in a greenhouse. So it is on them.
I also like, so I guess if the plants are psychic or there is some intelligence behind everything, then that means that this greenhouse is the only way it can stay alive. It can't get out. The only way it can live is inside this greenhouse, or by, I guess, being repotted into the Feywilds. But, so I can imagine it would get very angry if you smashed glass.
Oh yeah, you aggro the whole thing.
Yeah. I think it's eaten the witch.
Yeah, I like that.
For 2 reasons. One, the witch is like eating its mandrake babies or whatever, and it's an easy like it's annoyed because the witch is a dick. But 2 is that at some point all of this needs to be explained, and the best way to explain it is by having like a witch full of vines and shit, like
yeah.
I'm now the mouthpiece of my former slaves, the plants.
Yeah. Perfect.
there's that.
Should be like a little puppet.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so creepy. I love that. Yay. Creepy plant witch. I'm drawing a really bad picture of that.
Nice. That's what we're here for.
So would she be okay? Because last time when we did the dungeon, we started with okay. There's going to be a dragon in it. So is our main big bad
Yeah.
this one going to be this creepy plant witch?
Okay.
Well,
So that's a good.
Yeah, and I quite like the idea of it being fairly like it's justified, right? It was.
Yeah. The plants aren't the bad guys.
Oh yeah, no, totally. But I just mean big bad in terms.
Yeah.
Fighty. You know, I'm not judging these plants. I support them. They just want to live.
So, where do you reckon the best place for the witch to be is? Again, you kind of want it in the inaccessible places that that the boss to have gone through most of the adventure, so they have most of the clues before they get to the witch.
Yeah.
So, and we have these 4 kind of offshoot places kind of drawn here. I wonder if they are a good like. We don't know why. Yeah. Oh,
Lance says, "Is the witch alive or dead?" The witch is dead.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
She died from plants.
Oh, which one of us has played Bioshock?
I have.
Oh, I've never played Bioshock. I tried playing a recent Bioshock. It was like an American Revolution Bioshock in the sky.
Infinite.
And I got bored quite quickly. And I was running around on a beach, and then I just had to kill like 100 dudes. And I was like,
It's in quite a different style
I'm
from
out.
the Bioshock. It's in a much more sort of actiony style.
okay. Maybe one day I'll go back to the old Bioshocks.
Bioshock.
If she's dead, how about a crucifixion-style hanging? Gruesome, but it would be something the plants would praise if they were also half sentient, says Lance.
Wow. I think strung up like a Marionette is a good image with vines and stuff. Is that not what I said?
You said Marioettes, which is similar but more whimsical.
Like a little puppet Mario.
Yeah.
I have always imagined it to be Marionette.
Oh, you could have.
I like that.
I like the idea. Yeah, her being, what do you call it, puppeteered as like from a willow tree, sort of.
Yeah.
To steal a pun from a different adventure I'm writing, the puppet tree.
Nah. I didn't even get that the first time.
Sometimes Jack says things in a tone and you know there's a joke there.
Yeah, that's true.
You just have
Yeah, you gotta gauge it. Oh yeah. Do we think that will this be a place that other adventurers come in and like been killed? Other skeletons?
Yeah, defo. Yeah,
Lots
I definitely think there are like. I think maybe we could scatter some other adventuring parties around. Like they've like you come across. It's always good, like or whatever. You don't need to, but you should show the party the trap in action beforehand, before hitting them with it, or give them an opportunity to see it coming. But one of the ways to give them the opportunity of seeing it coming is like if you find, say, the dead body of an adventurer who has fallen into one of these Venus flytraps or whatever that Jack was talking about, like then you know to look out for that thing.
Yeah, it's been regurgitated. Now you're like, oh, bones.
Skeleton hanging from the roots. I like skeletons, you know. They're
Can't
spooky.
beat a good skeleton.
Skeletons are spooky, and they're fun to draw. So I'm probably up for almost any skeleton-related suggestion.
Design.
Bum, bum, bum.
Whilst we're talking, Sarah, this
Yes.
greenhouse will need a name.
Oh yeah, okay.
That is
Right.
your job, or
Phew.
Chat's job.
Yeah, chat, you can help me out.
I love that
And it has
no
to
matter,
be better
no matter
than
how...
terrarium, but terrarium has to be better than that. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
you're setting the
bad.
bar low.
That is a very low bar.
Oh dear. Okay. Oof. A name. It's always a dangerous thing when you guys ask me for one of these.
Oh yeah.
I love, no matter how long we manage to keep this Monday stream thing going, you are always going to be surprised when we ask you to name the thing we're drawing.
It's true. Okay. Oh, man. Mm. Okay, so where's this witch gonna hang out? I think maybe trapped in one of those rooms. Maybe.
Well,
Something.
okay, so here was my thought that just
Yep.
occurred. I think the witch should be in this central room, right?
Oh, okay. Yep.
Because, right, and then you have to go to the 4 rooms around the outside in order to, like, switch off the sprinkler system, and, release the bugs that eat the roots. Or, like, there's something in the rooms that makes her slightly weak rate, and then eventually, you can fight her. But you have to, like, you keep having to go back through her nightmarish central zone. I feel like I might have drawn the set from the Crystal Maze here.
We have a suggestion from Lance. Grettas Graveyard.
I like that.
I quite like Grettas Grove,
Mm.
and then it become Grettas Graveyard.
Greta was the name of the witch from Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh shit!
And I'm not going to be able to imagine Greta from Banjo-Kazooie.
I do like the alliteration though.
Yeah. Oh, I love
What
alliteration.
about Gretel?
Gretel.
Yeah, just go for the Hansel and Gretel. I know she's not the witch, but
Well, I mean, they cook an old lady, so
that's true.
they're not the best.
I mean, she was gonna cook them first.
Is it about that though?
Yeah, Jack, but a pie for a pie. And, and soon will be.
Gretel.
And I get the shtick for bad puns.
Hokey cokey.
There's got to be some mandrake somewhere.
Yeah. Chuck them in.
So what if the central area, rather than having a kind of a full description, has a random kind of tables for generating what's in there? Because if you're going to be passing through it several times, you want it to feel very different. So maybe one time you run through it and it's like mandrakes with spades, and the next time, you can have two columns. One is like mandrakes, and one is spades, and one is ivy and sheep. So like
that's good.
Stuff in the garden, and then the stuff in the garden. Maybe it's animating dead. So like a sentence, like angry vines, and then the second half of the sentence in the other table is animating adventurers or wielding a spade.
It's good because that makes it feel bigger and flavorful, because they'll have different things as you go through, which I like.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of a table or two in a dungeon.
So
But, I still really like the fairies. And I
Yeah.
think making them, the fact that they're tiny means that, like, you don't have to go super hard into the detail of how they survive. They eat berries and shit, and they
Hmm.
get stuck in traps. And
They get on well here.
Well, I mean, they could live in one of the pods. You know, maybe they live around the boiler or around the pesticides, or
so the other thing that you mentioned was bugs that eat plants. And I
Yeah.
think that's a really good, like, you could have a, what you call it, there's almost certainly a proper word for it, but a beetlarium with all this, like, pinned beetles and stuff. And when you take a pin out, the beetle will fly and start to, like, because again, that's this Victorian vibe.
Yeah.
If someone in chat could work out what a beetlarium is called.
Yeah, do our work for us.
Yeah, the pinning room?
Oh, if we're gonna do that, then we should definitely have another jar. I love
another jar.
another room full of jars. Like one of the rooms would be like where the witch stored a load of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay.
What's in the jars, Sarah? What's in the jars?
Horrible things. That...
I'm just gonna make some very quick notes. We've got a jar room, Pixie Town.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
There should be a newt with 1,000 eyes. Just as a random animal.
Oh, okay. I won't put that in a room. So what?
Just...
Sprinkler room. Sprinkler room is. I mean, that could be the Pixie room, but and bug room. That was the other.
Do you have something to say about my newt with 1,000 eyes, Sarah?
I just loved the idea because you said it in context of rooms. It was like just one of them just has that.
Newt. He's probably big enough to be a threat to the party.
But small.
So.
And frogs with 10 legs or something. I think the newt with 1,000 eyes is better.
So, how did we specify that it had to be better than Terrarium? Did we say it had to be better than Terrarium, or that it couldn't be worse?
I think it has to be better. I think so far I'm liking Grove turned Graveyard. Greenhouse, Grove, all greenery. That whole thing has quite a nice flow to it. By which I mean it starts with the same two letters.
Right. The greenhouse. What does it look like?
Grendel. Okay. Grendel's Grove. Grendel is also a monster.
So I've drawn a little foyer here because I feel like if I don't want players to just walk straight into this this area with the random tables at the front.
Yeah.
So we need a kind of a way of, I guess, warning people that
a disinfection area.
Yeah, like a little.
Yeah, some way of being like, I don't know, like maybe give them an advice, like don't feed the pixie. Maybe a sign with 10 rules.
Yeah, I think maybe if this is a big, like overgrown and overtaken greenhouse, then people will have put warnings up to be like, don't come in here. It's a bad idea. You might think you might see some nice plants, but you'll find death. And that sort of thing, you know?
It's green, it's mean.
Because I think it makes sense if other people have seen it and gone, nah. Don't do that.
Although I do like the idea of it being quite an official, like, list of, like, a sign she's put up, I guess. Ensure that you...
Oh, yeah. That as well. That would be... Granny Gertrude's Graveyard.
Gertrude's good. Yeah, I think a load of, like, those lists. And you'd follow the old comic trope of, like, normal, bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the bottom one is like, and certainly do not, and scratch.
And I think, so I've done, so for example, when I did the camel one, what I find quite useful with that sort of idea is to come up with it at the end.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
once we've come up with all our ideas, then we can say, okay, what are our clues that are in the form of this this safety document?
Yeah.
Um,
Put some old gardening gloves in the thing as well.
Yeah, gardening gloves are a good idea.
Yeah.
yeah, like impenetrable gloves are a fairly useful thing just generally for adventurers, and it's a cool. As well as there's quite a lot of like rad gardening equipment, like shears.
Yeah.
Um,
Gardening is no joke, you know?
I'm not sure if we can work ourselves up to a like steampunk chainsaw, but the options there.
Amazing.
Coolest
Yeah, I'm into it.
gardening tools. Right, I take it back. Gardening is boring.
Oh. Okay. That was short-lived.
Yeah, Avid. When you type in coolest gardening tools, and the first thing is a trowel. Great, a tiny spade.
I think they're
Maybe
pretty cool.
what they were showing you is like coolest gardening tools in reverse order.
Yeah. Oh, there's the clory hand thing.
The Clory hand.
Ah, yes.
Tiller.
Man.
It's for tilling.
So many things.
Oh, there's definitely room for like something we haven't jumped on yet, which is like the first thing is poisons and stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course. So what are our 4 odd rooms? We've got a storagey jars and non room, and a fairy room, and
So the jar room, jar room. I think fairies maybe just go into the random table they live in.
okay, yeah, fair.
I'll put them there. Also, I can't work out what the bell jar trap plant is called.
Do you mean the real one or the,
Yeah.
the one in?
The real one.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Carnivorous plants. Carnivorous.
Pitcher plant, says Baron
That's
Varkis.
the one.
Now you know.
I was really hoping it had fly in the name, like Venus flytrap, so that
So you could call it like a Venus dye trap.
I was gonna go with man, but
I see.
no, that's fine too. Yeah, pitcher plant.
There's no such thing as dumb ideas, you know. Only dumb people.
Oh, apparently this tropical pitcher plant supplements its carnivorous diet with tree shrew droppings.
Yeah, it's like a big old urinal. I've seen that one, and they have like a nectar bulb, and the shrews are too big to fall in, but they come in and they lick the nectar bulb, and then just poop everywhere inside the plant, and the plant eats it.
Wow.
Nature,
It's really fascinating.
everyone.
We should
Oh,
probably
that thing's
probably not put
cool.
that in.
Chris, just for inspiration, like just type in carnivorous plant at some point and just go through the Wikipedia page. It's pretty cool.
Oh, look at plants now. I feel left out. Not looked at enough plants today.
Okay. I'm still drawing the foyer. I've gotten really into this little room.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So there's the what do you call it? I like.
Gosh.
What do you call it? Foyer, a lobby, an airlock. more of an airlock,
I-
really. But
It is
I
a bit
think
of an airlock.
Foyer sounds quite grand. Airlock does make
So-
it sound like a space station,
yeah, it's too sci-fi.
and because of the shape I've already drawn, I try and avoid the association with a space station.
Yeah, that's fair. It is a
Um,
bit space.
All right.
So,
Bam. Okay. Foyer of Doom.
Foyer of Doom.
I've just,
Wow.
I've changed.
Beautiful.
Foyer. It's fine. So, safety sign,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like the idea of disinfectant, something like.
Yeah. Definitely.
what about? No, maybe it is a bit sci-fi still. I was going to say, what about like a rack of protective suits?
Yeah, I was thinking
Something
some
that-
kind of protective equipment or something in there, but yeah, again, that does feel a bit.
Like I was thinking something like.
There should definitely be a tool shed in the thing.
So
Yeah.
I've drawn tool sheds at the back. So anyone who sneaks in finds the tool sheds.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of reward the sneakier players.
Like that. And again, that's room for a little bit of a table. One other thing that was mentioned I haven't put down is the like water room. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Irrigatorium.
Beekeeper outfit, says film nerd David.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
What if you?
So-
So if you're not wearing a beekeeper outfit when the sort of scarabs are released, you'll
Yeah.
get flayed.
So what if I was going to say, what if one of those rooms around the outside that you need to go into is full of bees and beehives?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, you can kind of control then when they go into that room, because you know they have to have got suit room. It's kind of the Doom thing, you know. Get the key,
Yeah.
and then you can go to this area, and the key is the bee suit.
Okay. So the ingredients in the witch's brew in Macbeth
Okay,
are
Mhm.
the scale of a dragon,
well, it's difficult to get.
um,
Not if you did our last one.
That's true.
a wolf's tooth, a witch's mummified flesh. So you could have little
Okay.
clone pods. Maybe again too sci-fi. The gullet and stomach of a ravenous shark. A root of hemlock that was dug up in the dark. A Jewish person's liver. A goat's bile. Some twigs of yew that were broken off during a lunar eclipse. A Turk's
Okay.
nose. A Tartar's lips. They're getting more and more racially orientated as we go on. The finger of a birth-strangled babe.
Hmm.
Uh,
Sorry, what is this for?
This
I
is
think Jack's just reading a list of appalling atrocities.
well, witches aren't good, you know.
Oh,
This is
I
the
see.
potion they make in Macbeth.
Right. Is this sort of...
Just for ideas, I think. You
Yeah,
know,
just
what-
like because I like the idea of the 100-eyed newt. I've gone down to 100 eyes now.
Okay.
Like because the whole idea of why she built this is as an easy way of getting ingredients.
Hmm.
Because I imagine it must be annoying as a witch to have to travel, like, go find the finger of a baby that was strangled as a prostitute gave birth to it in a ditch. Apparently, is one of them. Like,
Yeah.
I guess that's also one that's hard to grow.
Can't make a greenhouse for that.
No, that one's hard. But maybe some of the others, like hemlock and Hemlock's
Yeah.
famous. Belladonna. Those are
Yes.
the poison ones.
So more you're thinking, what would?
Yeah, just if there's
Which be
any
growing and
cool
why.
like plants.
Yes.
That,
I'm with you.
what else?
I quite like the idea of like, if you do need Eye of Newt, like instead of 1,000-eyed newt, you grow a newt's eye bush, and as the players are walking around, it just watches them.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Toads are common.
Toads are common.
No.
Toe of frog. Wool of bat. There's mostly animals, actually. There's very little plant stuff, which is interesting.
Well, you know,
But, root of hemlocks.
people don't judge gardeners as harshly as you do people who kill animals.
That's true, which is fair.
You know, witches do some gardening. You're just like, why do we have a problem with this? Like, what's the issue? She has a garden. She's going around getting babies. That's something else.
I think frogs, newts, toads, newts, hemlock, belladonna. Those are the famous ones.
Cool.
Stick to the classics.
Yeah, let's not. I don't think Grand Prix of Turk's noses is.
Yeah, no, and let's definitely stay away from the racially orientated ones. Yeah, Tooth of Wolf was one, Baron von Uppercase. So
Yeah, like I like a rose with wolves' teeth for thistles or something. Like,
Yeah.
I like this
that's
like
nice. Yeah.
botanical bastardization of that. Like, it only grows the bit that she needs, but she's had to use weird plants to get there.
Yeah, like a mishmash of like strange plants kind of intersect with
Yeah,
body parts, like organs and stuff like like an apple tree, but instead of apple, livers.
yeah.
That's also disgusting. I hate it.
Is that just because you hate livers, or?
So what are these bees doing?
Humming.
Does she just also like honey, or is there?
I
It's gotta
think
be
bees.
a dark honey, right?
Like a meat
think-
jam.
I feel like the bees have to be a special kind of bee, maybe, and they
Yeah.
produce a specific type of honey
Like
that she needs.
Marmite.
Oh my god. I guess it's Marmite then.
Like, what's fake Marmite? Not bees,
Yeah, that's
though.
true. But what do bees make? They make honey. They also make wax.
Mm-hmm. Beeswax.
Boil and trouble, bubble candles. Is there anything there?
Oh, maybe specific candles that she uses in rituals. So she
Yeah,
needs it from
wax.
the wax. And so it's like a ritual candle from the specific bee. And so it's like, just keep my own
So I like the idea,
Blood wax.
blood wax.
normal, like real vicious bees or whatever. But if you open up the beehives, it's just meat.
Oh
Like, the bees are just making meat.
my god. This dungeon's gonna be gross.
Yeah, it might be the worst.
I love how it's just descending with every idea.
It's like we started with like, oh, it's gonna be fairies, like a thing, and really.
The fairies are going to be the worst.
No, it's oh god.
I reckon Tribe of Actual Smurfs. Super wholesome. What the smurf is going on?
Yeah,
I
need some more
I
wholesome in this.
I put down tribal fairies that practice cannibalism, but
Oh no.
that can
Because
change.
they're really bad at it.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe tribal fairies that just want to live their life, Just
Just normal,
Just-
everyday,
little
good
bit
guy
tricksy.
pranksters.
Yeah. Just a bit of mischief rather than horrifying.
I mean, I'm only in control of this stylus, Sarah, and Jack's got Jack's got the
Jack's-
notes,
God damn it, Jack.
and to the victor goes history, I guess, or to Jack if he has the.
Probably Jack.
pull a jack. Goals victory.
But I think it would be nice that they completely don't see the issue with.
Sorry, you
But,
cut
like-
out slightly there, Sarah.
Oh,
I didn't
sorry.
see the issue with.
They don't see the issue with all the horrifying things around them.
Yeah, I think to
So
them
they're
it would be
like-
normal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, there's livers in that tree.
That's how we
What's
make
wrong
our
with that?
delicious liver pies.
Do you want to try?
They'd think it was really gross that livers came in people. Up to them would be the horror.
As long as all the things in the garden are practical, or it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta be ingredient.
But
Not gonna just
so what else do witches need?
bugs. Sorry. Um, witches need
Stitches.
for their hats. Witches need magic. They've got lots of that. They need ingredients. They need crystal ball.
Oh, there needs to be a friggin' candy cane tree or something.
Hundreds of hats, David. Candy cane tree. Do witches like candy canes?
So I was thinking we
Well,
should
that's how
scatter
they-
bits of this witch around, right?
That's how they attract children, Sarah.
Why do they need children?
To eat.
Oh.
Famously.
Oh, okay. See, I just don't,
Which I assume is more ingredients, like children bits.
So what were you saying, Chris? You want this witch scattered around?
Yeah, what if her hat is in one place or up a tree and the wand has grown into something in all four areas maybe are bits of the witch.
Broomsticks.
Yeah,
There
broomsticks.
used to be a broomstick somewhere, right?
Yeah. I reckon in all four areas should be bits of the witch.
Yeah, so I think all of her body needs to be in one place.
Mm.
Yeah,
her
central area.
accoutrement can be.
Yeah.
Mortar and pestle is nice. Sort of. If one of these rooms was a work room, 'cause
Right.
we've got how she gets all of her ingredients, but we don't have
Yeah, I thought,
what she
the
does with
room.
them, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maybe that
Like
could
the
be
room-
the jar room.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like the room with the jars, I kind of imagined it would be cool if that was the stuff was full of jars in there because that's where she'd do stuff. Here's a little pretty workstation just for me.
Yeah, and we could have a nice little maybe next to sort of each random encounter we have like what you can get out of it. So the rose bush with the wolf's teeth, you can get some wolf's teeth, which when used in a potion, blur.
Okay.
This might be using up quite a lot of our space. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that table is now maybe 3. Oh no, wait, that's only one table. The random encounter table is a different table. Never mind.
no, I was thinking, yeah, the random encounter table. Essentially, each random encounter is tied to
Right.
a spell ingredient.
Okay. I think I preferred the random the random stuff attacking you with gardening implements. But
Can I just bring this back around again for a sec? So, okay, you've gone into this greenhouse, yeah? When you're an adventurer, you've read the warnings, blah blah blah, gone in.
Yeah.
What first thing you find is this witch? Is it? Because she's in this greenhouse thing. Like you don't know what's going on when you're first coming in.
Something like that, yeah.
So, the reason that we're going to all of these, why?
See, I think you get attacked by the witch, but there's nothing you can do about it, so you kind of get harried into the other areas.
So I guess Sarah's question is, I guess, why don't you just leave?
Yeah. Like what
Is there a danger that this poses outside, or?
Yeah, is there a reward, or has someone told you?
About plants in the area have been growing evil, like so the nearby town, like the crops are all starting to, as its magic sort of seeps out of the.
Yeah.
So crops nearby have started going evil. Someone mentions that it's probably because of that evil greenhouse.
Yep.
Ever since, so yeah, like maybe the witch, because you're evil plants. Please, brave adventurers, go into the greenhouse and stop it, and that gives you an impetus for. Like
Baron von Uppercase says all the worms have started attacking people.
And that gives you an impetus to, basically destroy it. We do need a one-line reason for why you can't just set fire to it from afar. Like,
well, the villagers have tried this. They've tried burning it. They've tried smashing it. They've tried everything, other than going in and killing the witch.
So, if we have the big witch in the start, why wouldn't they just fight her in the first instance? And like if I was a player and I went in, and there was a big fight thing, I'd just go.
Witch.
I'd do that till I do it.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't be like. It would feel counterintuitive to be like, oh no, you can't do this yet. But
yeah.
So
I guess we need a way for her to be. We need a way for her to be obviously impervious to their shit, and then so maybe the first time you go through she's not there, second time you go through it's just the vines, third time you go through it's the vines and they're animating the witch's body, so there's like a slow reveal as you go through the main room.
I like that more.
I mean, if the witch is revealed, like she's already dead, right? So you can't defeat her.
That's true.
It will become fairly clear fairly quickly that to win you need to defeat the greenhouse itself, the creature, the plant life. And I guess working out how to do that is in fact, that's what your safety thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Each of your things is do not let the water be turned off. Do not do this. Do not do that. And so that's giving you the clues of the 4 things you need to do to kill the greenhouse.
Yeah, I like that.
And basically have this center bit just be a horrible death trap.
Yeah.
Stuff is constantly happening. You've got your random encounter table. You go in there, you're going to meet something, and it's probably going to want to eat you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you need to
That's
basically cross to the
cool.
4 areas. Have an item in each area that maybe makes one of the other areas easier. Like in the tool
Yeah.
shed, there's the beekeeping suits.
But why do we need to go in the beekeeper?
Yeah, we don't have anything. So what are the things that kill it? Shutting off the water in the irrigatorium.
Yep.
Maybe some weed killer in the laboratum.
Yep.
Is that the name of a bug place? Did you look it up?
No, the pinning room is what I've called the bug place.
Ah.
Laboratum is lab and arboretum mixed.
That's a workspace, right?
Yeah. I think it would be like in a tree. Or like a tree that's grown into woods, to benches and stuff.
Like in the main area?
No, in one of the 4.
One of the little rooms.
Then the pinning room, releasing the scarabs. They might need a better name than scarabs. But,
Scarab. Well, yeah, I guess.
Scarab's a classic. Yeah, I really love the mental image of having a cork board filled with these beetles that have all been pinned to the board, and then releasing one by one, they fly off and start eating shit.
Yeah, I like that too.
I think that's 3 things, and then there's the tool shed, which will have a steam powered chainsaw.
Yeah, I think
maybe not.
You're gonna have to sneak that a bit more subtly.
Yeah.
But it could have, to be honest, it could have stuff that just makes the other 3 places easier.
Yeah, I have put the tool sheds around the back, so I figured they would be.
Is that not one of the 4 places?
No.
Okay, so do you kind of want a 4th thing?
Baron von Uppercase says carpenter ants instead of scarabs, or other scary ant.
The thing I like about scarabs is they're a beetle, and the Victorians fucking loved beetles.
Yeah.
So you've got the load of beetles pinned to a wall image. I really like.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Although ants, you're right, do fit better in the ecosystem. That's what they do. They're mean.
So zoom out. Okay.
I probably shouldn't be mean to ants. They make up a gigantic amount of biomass in the world.
Yeah.
And
very little of it is watching Twitch, though.
You'd be surprised. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, we have a foyer.
It's beautiful, though. It looks so nice.
I love how you thought we might finish this in one session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went a bit overboard deciding to colour it as I went. But okay.
Beautiful.
So what other
But it's
rooms
so
have we got?
cool.
So you've given the fairies a whole area here. I see.
Yeah, I just kind of when I was labelling it earlier, I
Yeah.
wrote
Just.
but I mean, that could be sprinklers. I don't know if we listed sprinklers earlier.
Yeah,
when
we've got the irrigatorium.
So are we gonna? Oh, that we were just talking about whether or not we the tool shed in one of the rooms rather than the back, or if we'd keep it at the back. What do we think?
Yeah. I would keep it at the back because I like that it rewards players who don't come in through the front door.
Yes.
You know, I like rewarding people for having a look around for the secret entrance.
But the front door obviously gives you the clues of how to win. So there's something in both ways.
Yeah. I like that too.
What else do plants need? Oh, what about
light?
Yeah, what about shutters?
Light? Yeah, shutters. I think shutters are a good idea.
A thing that controls the shutters.
Okay,
Which
that does make life harder for the players as well.
Yeah, it makes everything pitch black.
Oh.
So if shutters is in one room, some kind of night vision needs to be in another.
That can be in her lab.
If you release the bees from one room, the bee suit needs to be in another room. and if you see what I mean. So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
activate one thing, then
Yeah.
there should be a way of like making sure it doesn't screw you over if you've kind of done them in a interesting order.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I've written bug room here. So
I've called it the pinning room.
yeah.
But,
Okay.
so, nice. So what else would be in that room? I guess. So the bees have so far they've sort of fallen out.
Yeah, I think that they don't quite fit in what we're saying. I like bees.
I love bees. Okay, I'm happy to pass over bees, but I would like to add meat bees to the ideas.
Into the ideas.
Yeah, okay, I'll put meat bees. Toilets is also there, so if we can incorporate a toilet in this dungeon, then don't feel free to figure that one out.
That's true. There should be a ladies' room in the labyrinthum.
Yes.
Just a whole evil plants will eat poop.
Yeah.
Helpful.
So something in the pinning room that helps for. So
The pinning room. Oh right, yes, to help with.
What about the butterflies, often lepidoptery. People used to love collecting those. What if you could release glowing butterflies that would light it up if it was dark?
Oh, I like that too. I love glowing butterflies. That's like, poof.
So with the labyrinthum, you could have like a waste pipe that fills basically poisons the soil. And then the useful thing in the labyrinthum is potions.
Yep.
And that can almost be left as a open one for if you can't think of an idea for another one, because potions are potions. They can do anything.
Potions are rad.
A really useful tool when writing stuff. The tool shed can sod off for now. The irrigatorium, turning off the water. What's the danger in the irrigatorium?
I'd like to think it's just a puzzle room, because we have a big room full of danger, like right in the middle.
Yeah. So what's the useful thing in the irrigatorium? What can you get out of it?
What is the word that you're saying?
It's a made-up word.
It's a water place where the water is controlled.
Irrigation. It's a portmanteau of irrigation and torium.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need to turn off the water, and what useful is in there?
Okay, so we've got the darkness, we've got the red colour. So the real things that will be annoying from the other rooms are the bugs coming out and being all swarmy, which is a bit,
Sorry, I was just thinking.
Go on.
The labyrinthum, instead of you creating a waste pipe, dumping a waste pipe that poisons the soil, it's probably more exciting to set fire to the whole thing, right? To create a flammable thing, set fire to the whole thing. No?
Yeah, although you kind of don't want the resolution to be you set fire to it and run away. Like, I would say that
Because if
if
you go
you
to that room,
switched-
as soon as you've set fire to it, you're out.
That's true.
That's
I
like
would-
But it's too wet if the irrigatorium hasn't been used.
Plus, if we tell players before they go in, they can't burn it down, and then the solution is that they burn it down.
That's true.
Um,
All right. Let's
I think the waste thing's better.
Okay.
Because if you're poisoning, I like the idea that it's like each room, like you're hurting that plant.
Yeah. And now that I think about it, you kind of want a big old fight at the end, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
If
You do.
the GM decides that that's like you've turned off the shutters, so it's not getting any light. You've turned off its water. You've poisoned it, and you know it's being eaten by scarabs. And then you've got this one last fight with it, weakened enough that 4 adventurers can destroy
Yeah,
it.
and it kind of comes together in like it's gonna the room moves up and plants all kind of gather
Yeah.
together for a
And I
big
think
old.
at that point, obviously, players can set fire to it with their
Yeah, totally.
any party that can't create copious amounts of fire doesn't obviously have a sorcerer. But, okay, so shutters. Closing shutters makes it dark.
Yo.
When in doubt, just end a sentence in yo. It's my role-playing writing tip.
Perfect.
So we've got the glowing butterflies that helps with that. What would that help with?
What do you mean?
So essentially, we want something useful in the irrigatorium and something useful in the shutter room.
I see.
So,
we're talking about jars at one point. Which is keeping stuff in jars?
yeah, that's in the laboratory.
The lab has all the
Okay.
cool stuff. Makes it harder to put cool stuff in the other rooms. When one room is heavy on the cool stuff.
I mean, in the irrigation room, you could have like stuff floating in water and stuff.
Yeah.
Though that's not, you don't really keep stuff in water to preserve it. But what if by like filling something with water, you make it easier to get to? Like you're diverting the water away from the plants and into something else. So I guess if you fill the room that the shutters, that you turn the shutters off in, then it's easier to like swim up to the top and get to the shutters.
Hey? I'm confused.
I'm just trying to think of how a large amount of water would help you with one of the other rooms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you shut off the water.
Yeah, that's
Plants need water. People
turn
know
off
that.
the water.
Yeah, that's the quest thing.
Yeah. So I think
We also want a way that it can help with one of the other rooms.
I don't know. Do we have
do
to
we
have
not?
it help?
I guess we don't.
Because like some of them don't.
I guess it could help in the sense that like there could just be an object in this room that is useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the butterflies help with the darkness thing, but then the bee suit helps with the something else. The bees,
Yeah.
the bugs, or whatever. Who knows?
Yeah. we currently don't have the bee suit. That could be in the that's currently sort of in the tool shed.
Yeah, I'd put
Yeah.
that in the shed. Yeah, I think the Beatles or whatever. Like, if you're not wearing the bee suit, then you just take a tiny bit of damage forever.
So,
Yeah, I think it would be better if actually like you went to do the irrigation room and you went to shut it off and actually puzzle to do in there, and then you turned off the water and there was like and you got like a shiny coin for your effort. I'm not good at thinking prizes, but you know what I mean.
yeah, you empty the vat of water, and that lets you get something out of the vat.
Yeah, something like that. Fill it, or I don't know. We're just shutting off water, but like making that into something that wants the players would be cool. Like, you did the puzzle, hooray! But I'm real bad at thinking of puzzles.
Yeah, well, we can come up with a puzzle. We can just say puzzle here.
Yes, puzzle here is a good.
I always find puzzles in D&D are really hard to explain.
Yeah.
Like, there's some in some books that are like I did one for Sarah a while ago where like I ran it from a book, and one of the puzzles was like, there's a bunch of objects on the table and there's a ball the same size as a skull's eye socket, and it fits in there, and if they put the ball in the eye socket then the door opens. And it's like, how do you explain that in a way that doesn't establish that's the answer to the puzzle?
Yeah.
And the one in the next room was like, it's a fruit on the table that's exactly the same as a painting, except one banana is missing. And as soon as you say one banana is missing, they like remove one banana.
So
Yeah.
You know, that was super easy, but I really enjoyed it anyway because I still felt good about doing all those puzzles. And I got to heckle you.
So there is the classic puzzle of the 3 pitchers of water, where I can't remember the numbers exactly, but well, you can do it with different numbers. But so you have 2 pitchers of water. You have one that holds 3 liters and one that holds 4 liters, and you have to get 5 liters of water essentially. That's a bad. I think it's the numbers are wrong there.
Okay.
And they could certainly be looked up, but it's one of these ones where you kind of have to pour half of not half of. You have to pour all the water out of one, and then into the other, and then basically use that to subtract from the other one. That's a sort of a classic puzzle. Involves water, nice and easy. Another one that could be used is following coloured pipes. You could that would be fun to integrate with the map as well. Have maybe some sort of pipes going from a couple of the other rooms.
Okay. Yeah. What if there's a bunch of pipes around and you need the correct pipe? You need to switch off the correct pipe, basically. And so I guess maybe you have 1 pipe per room.
What about
a visual pipe puzzle?
Yeah.
I like those. Those are fun. Here you go, players. this drawing Chris did.
Yeah, and I think having Chris do a load of like a red line going to the this room and a blue line going that way, and
I do feel the need to apologise to anyone watching because I've just realised I've been drawing Beatles for maybe forever.
I've really enjoyed it. Like, it's really nice watching you colour them in.
I myself have grown
I like this
very tired of Beatles.
Golden boy.
Yeah.
The old scarab folk over here.
Yeah.
He's super great.
I love how they're all facing like back, I guess. It look they've got little eyes. I love them. So pipe puzzle.
Pipe puzzle! Look, you just Google pipe puzzle. Sorts of visual. No? Gotta connect the pipes.
Okay.
Them. Find the right sized one to destroy it.
In the tool shed, should we just have like a broom in there? And it is a magic broom. But you never mention that to the players unless they investigate.
Yeah.
Like, they have to go, oh, it's a witch. Of course she has a magic broom. Like,
Can you fly on it?
yeah, or something.
Yes! I want it!
Just to an idea. We'll work it out what it does. How about instead of steampunk chainsaw?
It sounds like you're haggling, Jack, but it was a hard no on steampunk chainsaw.
But how about
The idea that was well off the table.
we go with magic scythe?
Ooh, scythes are cool.
Scythes are cool. So are sickles.
And they're to do with plants,
Sickle is
are they?
witch.
Sickle is which, yeah.
Chain sickle?
Sorry, is that a sickle on a chain or a sickle that works like a chainsaw?
It's a sickle that works like a chainsaw. So you go to your herb bush and you like and then you just
Sorry, but chainsaw was out.
Chainsaw was out.
I don't want the chain sickle in there.
Oh man, but I wrote it down and everything.
Hold on, let me just refresh myself. Oh, they are cool. Okay,
Yeah,
but
so
not
I
with a
think-
chain on it.
No. But, yeah, I think
Magic
sickle's pretty
sickle.
fun.
Yeah.
But, it's a classic.
Classic sickle.
So in the tool shed at the moment, we've got a bee suit, a sickle, a broom. It'd be quite fun to like just say, like, gardening tools.
Yeah.
These tools, like, do extra damage against plants.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
So the players are like, your barbarian is picking up a massive spade, and your fighter's
Yeah.
got sort of two sets of shears or something.
Yeah, and then like for the mathematical whatever, who cares? The DM can work that out.
Yeah. Totally.
I kind of still want to do something slightly special with the sickle.
Yeah.
What if this might be getting a little bit gruesome again?
Oh dear.
What about anything basically cut off with the sickle stays alive?
Oh, I hate it and love it.
So
I mean, we got a good reaction from Sarah.
So, like, in the slightly wholesome one, like, if you cut a rose or something, it will stay alive.
Yeah.
But also, if you cut someone's hand off,
Oh.
Yeah.
like, it'll still
If you
be-
have like
still
a
be
party
gravity.
member who's on the verge of death, and you quickly think fast and behead them with the sickle, can you?
No.
I don't think they magic.
They're
I
around.
don't think they get healthier.
Right.
I think they just don't
Well-
get more unhealthy.
Yeah, I guess. But if they're on death's door, you know, and you really liked the conversation they provided, you could just.
Oh gosh, this is bringing up a lot of questions.
I think they're all questions that the DM will have to deal with. You know,
Oh yeah.
these aren't our questions.
Yeah, I think that brings the scythe back in just as one of the tools.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think a barbarian with a friggin' scythe is pretty rad. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic. What do you call it? Power gamer weapon in 3.5, because it had ×4 on the crit. So if you critted with it, you did 4 times as much damage rather than 2.
Wow. It's a lot.
Okay. What is a bug room called? What is the word for bug room?
The pinning room.
And have you checked if that's the name of what a bug room?
Oh, jeez, Chris.
Factual accuracy, Jack. We upset a lot of boat people last week.
We did. The hate's been unreal.
I had a boat sail up to my door, and a pirate tried to force himself through my letterbox.
That must have been really, difficult.
Very stressful.
Yeah.
Hook
I'm sorry
first.
that happened. Any pirates watching, do not try and shove yourself through Chris's mailbox again. That's just not okay. Alright?
I am doing research.
So yeah, make sure it's pinning room.
Okay.
Bum.
Yeah. Oh jeez. Step 1: relax the insects before pinning.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Gotcha!
Oh.
Bro, I'm really scared, bro. It's okay.
Just relax. Don't worry about it.
Oh wow.
Oh dear.
Yeah, pinning room.
Right. And what
Thank
number
you,
is
Jack.
pinning room?
I appreciate that.
It's whatever room you want it to be, really.
Okay, that's number 2 now.
This isn't hugely organised yet. Okay. I love that. What do you call it? Banner.
I'm a fan of banners.
Yeah.
I really regretted not doing banners on the.
I guess if you want a number, I guess we want those to be like. So 1 is the foyer, 2 is the main room. 3, 4, 5, 6 is the.
Okay. I guess I'll change it. So 03?
Yeah.
Yes. Commit.
Okay. That's black.
Una Leka says, guys, this thing is great. It would fit so well into my stuff, crying face. And also
Does this mean
says,
that I can never give you a sickle of preservation? Oh, you can, but like any other.
Oh, sickle of preservation. That's a good name for it.
what is...
Like any other magical item I'm ever given in any game, I'm going to abuse it.
Yeah, give you just a skull that whispers and you'll run with it.
That whispering skull is so useful.
We have not solved a problem with it yet. We've created a few, and we've hurt your self-esteem a lot.
Yeah.
It's done its job then.
Yeah. All right. So what's some more like random encounters as well, Sarah? Whilst Chris is
Random encounters, okay.
So I've currently got 100-eyed carnivorous newt, tribal fairies
Okay.
that practice cannibalism, pitcher plant large enough to trap men. Magic inside the pitcher is suppressed. A toad. That one might want spicy up a bit.
Giant.
I love Toad. Giant Toad.
Toad? I like the word dire instead of
didn't-
giants.
Didn't you say you wanted mandrakes to be involved somehow?
Yeah, I've got mandrakes down here.
Cool.
So rosebush that grows wolf's teeth as its thorns. A tree that grows sweets.
Mandrakes armed with gardening equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a big fan, but
It's so cute.
It is really cute.
so is it that mandrakes basically count as children for the purposes of her spells? Is that why she's making them?
Yeah, I think also because they're like
She's
they're one of the classic witch ingredients. You know, they're a famous magical plant, and this is a magical greenhouse. So I feel like it's a fitter, you know.
Yeah.
Let me just. Oh, we need tangly vines.
Yeah.
Tangly.
Yeah, that was an early suggestion from Lance.
Yep.
Tangle vines.
Yeah. I've
Tangle
got
vines.
Hemlock tangle vines.
Oh, hemlock. Hemlock. What?
Hemlock's a poison.
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
witchy poison.
We need some annoying plants that just do a load of annoying things, like poison and numbing and bleh, you know.
They tell you about their
effects.
dreams.
Yeah, those ones are the worst.
Chris, you spent a long time telling me about the dream you had where you were showing a
That was a
security
30-second dream, and what I was telling you was that I woke up very confused about gun law at the Olympics. I wasn't. In order to explain that thing about my real day, I had to explain the dream.
All right, I'll let you off this time. Belladonna Foxglove is fun. I think 10 random encounters is sort of enough.
Yeah, I agree.
So
What's Belladonna Foxglove?
those are, I would say, one of those essentially.
I don't know what you're saying.
Belladonna is a plant.
Right.
I think. Oh, good, it is. Deadly Nightshade. It's called Belladonna. The leaf and root are used to make medicine. The name Belladonna means beautiful lady. The berry juice was used historically in Italy to enlarge the pupils of women, giving them a striking appearance.
But also probably killing them.
Yeah, I think the berry juice was used historically by women to enlarge their pupils, maybe? No? But yeah, it was also a poison, I think.
Okay, let's do another room.
Whoop.
Okay. Which one do you want to jump to?
So I've written room and sprinkler room. I think that the sprinkler room would
So
maybe
that's our pipe puzzle.
yeah.
Shall we do that one last so that we've got pipes to lead places, and maybe if we want to do some.
We should work out what kinds of effects the pipes have on the wrong rooms as well.
Baron von Uppercase says flowers that produce airborne toxins / pollen / petal dust. Which I like. I like that a lot.
Yeah. As a, it's not a fighty thing. It's a quick cover your face.
Exactly.
But we should also, if we have that, add work out the names for them. One of those masks doctors wore to keep diseases out. Like a gardener's kind of, if in the tool shed, she should have a solution.
Masks.
Yeah, I think there should be solutions to the problems in the tool shed, basically.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna. I might change Belladonna to spitting Belladonna. And I'll get rid of Foxglove because unless it's actual foxes.
Oh, I love that.
Little gloves for foxes.
I think so. So far, we've got the fairies, the newt, and the toad that aren't plants, and I think that's enough not plants. I think the rest we want to be sort of classic.
This is a heavy plant. Dungeon.
So I guess what else is there that isn't a plant? That is a plant even. That would be an interesting.
Okay.
So we've got the. I guess that's more tangle vine things.
Okay, tangle vine.
What else?
Tangle
what fun things do
vines.
plants do?
So many. Way too many. Just gonna look at some plants for a minute.
Hallucinogenics.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Plants
Well,
that
that's the toad, isn't it?
those plants that get into ants' heads and then robot them up to trees and stuff, and then the seed grows out of the ant and spreads more spores to more ants.
Mm-hmm.
So
Those are good.
Yeah,
they're pretty evil.
Zombie spores.
Yeah.
I like that.
Man, I do not know much about cool plants, you guys. This is something I'm learning today. A cactus would be weird, wouldn't it? Cactus be weird? Did Victorians like cactuses?
They weren't super into cactuses. Mostly, we haven't had a fern.
Yeah, ferns. Yeah,
What's good
That's
about
a good
ferns?
point.
I've been
Giant
looking at
grappling
ferns.
fern.
Ferns that just like to stroke you.
Wrestle you.
Yeah. Grappling ferns.
Being able to fly with wings made out of ferns.
Aww.
I don't like that.
I like the idea of a picture of that.
Not every idea is a winner right out the gate. It's not poo-poo ideas before they've had a chance to soar.
Nah, this is how this works. I will poo-poo it, but you may put it in the idea vault for later.
Oh, do I have to write that down?
No, you don't. I don't
Okay.
like it.
All right.
I don't like it. I was just feeling argumentative.
No, I don't like it. It's just I'd like to set a precedent of this is a safe space for stupid ideas.
Yeah, I like that. We have berries. We haven't done much with berries and berry bushes.
Belladonna has berries.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That's cool then.
Right, I'm just going to write down berries next to it. Like,
Good.
let's get that in there. What was the? There's the. So Van Vonneker says, would the plant try to pilot players outside the greenhouse? Maybe like try and get them to go to the nearest town and be like, "Oh, I'd like to buy some fertilizer."
Or try and get them to switch the water back on.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Or yeah, I think outside greenhouse. Like it's not trying to spread them, it's trying to just be like, hey, piss off.
Yeah.
You belong outside. And then they kind of once they're out, maybe they're released. I don't know.
Or just like yeah. I think just saying takes control of the player and tries to use them to its advantage.
Yeah.
Like, this tree that grows sweets. It needs something more to it.
The sweets are all like those really bad ones.
Oh, like,
that, like
Werther's Originals and Humbugs. And
yeah,
stuff.
like you go to eat them and you're like,
Both Werther's Originals and Humbugs are amongst the best.
Okay, well, think about what was it the Americans have? Candy corn.
Yeah,
They're all
candy
bad.
corn was super great.
Yeah.
But,
Although I did once eat an entire sack of candy corn.
What's a slightly more like medieval thing? I guess the gingerbread house and they always feel very like 21st century almost. I guess the gingerbread house is more 18th century. I don't know, Brothers Grimm were around then.
Okay, they liked cake back then, didn't they? Victorians.
Turkish delights.
Was that the thing they liked? Pear drops.
Turkish
That's
delights
like
were apparently
hard-boiled things.
so tasty that a child would like betray his siblings for like just a couple. I never got that in. It's in Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The witch is like, "Here's a Turkish delight," and Eric's like, "Oh yeah, I would betray my family for this." Real tasty.
Yeah, I think I'd betray you for fun though. Like,
good to know.
a bit thrill. If an evil witch is like, ha ha ha, would you like to betray your family? Yeah. Yeah, that does sound like a riot.
Wow.
They'll forgive me.
I won't. I never will. If you betray me because of a witch. Scratch that. If you betray me. If you cross me, Chris. I'll come down upon you with a righteous fury.
Oh goodness.
6.
I'm glad we're not related, you guys. I don't have to be involved.
You can betray me all you like.
Yeah.
But, I'll just be sad.
It's a free-for-all for betrayal. Oh, those little mice! Sugar mice. Forgotten about them. They're Victorian-y, aren't they?
They are Victorian, I think.
Boiled sweets are also very Victorian. I'm just looking at sweets now, and all I want to do is eat.
I quite like the. I think someone mentioned it in the chat earlier. Something that grows like body parts.
Yes.
So, if it grows like sweets and organs.
Sweets and organs. I think that's a good
mix.
Yeah, I think sweets because she likes and organs. They're useful.
Yeah.
Sweets. Well, okay. Why would a witch, if she's using this sweet to entice, right? Like maybe it has some kind of magical effect to that. Like.
Yeah, I think if you eat it, then you have to stay and eat it, and eat the rest, sort of thing.
You have to eat as many as you can.
Yeah.
You can, basically. You're just gonna sit at that tree and eat sweets for as long as you can.
Yeah, I think a trap for the kind of adventurer who would eat something off a tree.
Also has organs on it.
Yeah, in a death-laden greenhouse, like deserves anything that's coming to him, really.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that.
What about apples that are like?
Oh no! If you
half black, half red.
If you
like the evil.
Sorry, go.
I was just I like just an apple tree, but if you eat the apples, you literally drop dead instantly.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sleeping Beauty, royalty has to get off with you, or you don't wake up.
No,
Snow White.
The poison
That's
apple
the one.
is Snow White. Oh, but she does fall asleep, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Because she only takes one bite or something.
Maybe.
Or the huntsman is like, "You're real hot." I can't remember. Disney's not my thing very much. I do like the poison
What were you
apple,
getting excited about? Or Jack, you were like, "Rah!"
Oh yeah. I'm less excited about it now. But like, if you ate a sweet, then it would grow one of your organs for you. Which is why it has organs on it. But I think that's just grotesque for the sake of being grotesque, to be honest.
Yeah. I see.
But I think I prefer the apple tree.
A sleepy apple.
I think kills instantly.
What do you mean kills?
Like if you bite into it, it kills you. Like
don't eat apples in the witch's greenhouse. Like they look delicious. Just say they look delicious. That is enough to tell anyone not to eat the apples. Plus, like if you're
not a lot of GMs will read that and go, "Oh, they're gonna save." You'd have to be pretty mean to not give at least a Constitution save.
Kill them. Yeah, you're right. Why did I feel sorry for idiots eating apples?
Exactly.
Like, come on. You're right. Get a hold of yourself. Stop being sympathetic to these nonsense people.
Wow.
Sorry if you play this and eat the apple.
I'm not. Don't eat the apple.
If they watch this stream and eat the apple.
They're just being in character.
I think Unaleka is telling us what the apples in the thingy did. I think the half in shadow kills you instantly, the half in light puts you in a coma.
Beautiful.
Okay. So I think that's a load of stuff for our random encounters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty happy with writing those up.
Cool.
I'm cool with the pinning room. That's fun. I think
Mhm.
we've got some rad stuff for the tool shed.
Mm-hmm.
Then it would almost be nice to have. Well, I guess she wouldn't need to lock her rooms or anything. Just wondering if it's worth having a key ring with all the keys on it somewhere.
That is having the key ring on the witch's corpse is a good kind of
Oh, because it's in the vines, isn't it?
yeah.
So that
She's got it hanging on a belt or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, she should be wearing dungarees.
So you could get a really, really cool thing after you beat her, because you'll have an access to her secret cupboard or whatever.
Yeah.
um,
Secret cupboards.
so I think yeah. So we've got basically. I was thinking each location that you do. So it releases scarabs, for example, but that also angers it. And makes it sort of more dangerous in some way. Well, the scarabs kind of doesn't need to anger it. You've got scarabs to deal with.
Yeah.
But
the water or the shutters.
The darkness obviously makes it darker, so that's already a problem created by that. The poison or the waste, like I imagine that would give it like
that would be great.
Yeah, that gives like a poison smog over everything that is going to cause you trouble. And then maybe turning off the water makes it super like vicious and trying to find water essentially.
Yep.
Maybe it's like because you're a source of water as well. So as it's trying to find water,
I am.
So I think that's a good way of each of the things kind of making the center bit a bit harder every time you cross it.
Yeah.
And then you have a big old fight. Is there like a central? Have we got the central thing, the puppet tree, maybe, with the witch in? And if you defeat the puppet tree, ta-da!
I think so. I think maybe saying that the puppetry won't attack the players until it's threatened, or because like Sarah said, you don't want it to kind of burst in and be the first it's over now.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah, I think it's worth saying to the GM in the adventure, this thing cannot be defeated at the player's current power level unless they think of something extremely clever, or they weaken it using the methods provided. Like just walking in and trying to hack it down is not going to end well for you.
Oh, I think also we need to make sure hints in the rooms again, because I think something you said once, Jack, was something like always make sure there's more than one way to hint a solution to a problem when you want players to solve a problem.
Yeah.
So if that's in the room, it'll be like those official signs will come back being like, "Do not turn under any circumstance," or whatever it is, or "Warning, this will cause blah blah blah." Just something I thought I'd add.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think the each of the methods is quite thematic. People would definitely, I think, grok the idea that how do you kill a plant? Well, you take away its water, you poison it, you set it on fire, you cut it apart.
Yep.
Now, I'm under the understanding, Jack, that two people can grok, which means they get along.
I knew you were going to
But I
bring that
don't
up.
think someone can grok something.
Yes. Grokking is to understand intuitively.
Right. Hate it.
to understand something intuitively or by empathy. I think you'll find.
Wow, that
Yeah.
rocks with me.
Okay. I'm liking this.
Yeah, I do too.
I think we kind of have our locations.
I think so too. I think
Like, we have no detail as of yet.
no.
So I think that's our job for next week.
Mm-hmm.
Is basically making this actually. Oh man, that's rad. That thing you just did.
These are all
The tree thing.
little trees.
I love them like a lot.
I just love the shading you did and like. Oh, and as if on time, the internet has spoken and our video call has ended because of the connection.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
What?
Well, you know, it is on time.
The Google Hangouts has ended, so we can no longer see what Chris is doing.
This is
I was like, I can still hear you guys.
And,
Cool. I gotta just power on without you. Don't worry.
yeah, no worries. I've just moved us to the single view. It was a smooth transition, beautiful.
It was really nice, actually. I was impressed.
I know, and then drawing attention to it made it even more professional. So yeah, as I was saying, I think we've got all of our areas, and I think next session will be us basically going through, actually putting the words in and properly. So far, basically, I've got very sketchy notes.
Yeah, I've got a lot of notes as well.
Fantastic. We can see how close to each other those are.
Oh, mine are weird. Anyway, yeah, carry on.
We can come up with that pipe puzzle. I think that's going to take us a little bit. I think that'll be rad. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, guys. And I think there was some really good interaction. So thank you from all of our viewers.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Rad ideas. I'm pretty sure Evil Gut Greenhouse came from a suggestion box.
Yes, it did.
And that was, I'm really excited about this one.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Not that I wasn't excited about the Wind Trooper, but always excited about the next project. So thank you very much, everyone. I think we will leave it there for tonight and force Chris to stop drawing.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a shame because you cut off because this shit's off the hook.
It's off the motherfucking chain.
I started drawing like twirly roots, and now like it's going to be really hard for me to stop.
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh man. Well, if there was never a better reason to come in next week, to drop by next week,
How to see these roots?
to see, to see these twirly roots. So please don't be mean to us. Thank you and good night.
Yabba
Good
dabba
night.
bye.